Hi guys, what's going on? It's Kiger1324 up here today with a little bit of a pickups video, and I might talk a little bit at the end. I've just got some pretty cool stuff here to show off and some pretty good deals. I don't want this to be a long video just because I'm expecting some shopping to be delivered soon. And knowing my luck, it will be delivered during this video, and I prefer it not to be. Up first I've got 3 pop figures. Well, I've got technically 4, but one of them's not for me, so I don't really want to show it off. And these were from Forbidden Planet, and these were $1.99 each, discounted. So up first we got the first order Flame Trooper. Now, as you know, I don't keep my pop figures in boxes just because it means the boxes just take up more room. You can just put them together. But as you can see, there's the Flame Trooper from Star Wars The Force Awakens. And of course, Star Wars pop figures are the bobblehead with the base. And then I also got the normal Stormtrooper as well from the first line of Star Wars pop figures. Because there's multiple Star Wars pop figure variants now. There's Rogue One, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, the animated series, Rebels, just so many. And of course here's the Stormtrooper, of course, with his little eyes there, but I keep thinking this is his eyes. I don't know why, it's just playing tricks in my mind. And of course you've got the E55 blaster there, I believe it's called, or 35, I know it's E, or E11 I believe it might be called actually, now that I think about it. And of course, if we compare them, they're about roughly the same size. And of course, the Flame Trooper's got the back printing, or the flame fuel pack, whereas the Stormtrooper's just the basic armour with a blaster. Holding with one hand instead of 2, or you don't really see that. I love pop figures. I just really like the design of the pop figures and the fact that, you know, there's so many pop figures out there. And the last one was Heather. Technically this is Heather's, and it's Mysterion from South Park. Yeah, South Park have even extended to the Pop Funko line. And I'm not overly keen on the South Park ones. I mean, it looks cool and stuff, but because of the South Park characters, these are much smaller. I think these size, compared to the Star Wars one, because you know they come in different sizes. Pop figures, you know, you get your normal the normal size ones, and then like them, and then you get like the bigger ones, which are more expensive, and then you get like the small keychain ones, and then you get like you know, like your vehicles and your sets and your dioramas and that sort of stuff. But yeah, $1.99 each. So I've got 4 pop figures for £8. The other one's not for me, so I'm not going to show it off, but perhaps I'll tell you afterwards. And I've got here a mystery minis Star Wars The Last Jedi pop figure set, vinyl set. I do like, of course, here on my channel, I do occasionally get these mystery boxes just because I like to see what I get. You know, it's kind of like a loot box almost. But I don't know why. I smell like fucking, I don't know if my son's been sick or something. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. And let's have a look at who we got. He's upstairs. I put him in his cot because he's tired. He's just not going to sleep. So if he doesn't go to sleep by the time I've done this video, I'll take him up there. And we got Poe Dameron, and he's got the bobblehead as well. I do have another Star Wars one like this, and I believe I've got C-3PO, but that Poe Dameron got sort of like the Disney Infinity design almost. Pretty cool. And now let's get on to the games. We got 4 games from CEX, 1 from 2 from a charity shop, and 1 from somewhere you wouldn't have expected to get a game from. And I'll show that one first. Le Tour de France season 2015. It's a bike racing circuit, you know, bicycles. They do like a marathon. I have no interest in that whatsoever. I don't care about it. I don't really want to know about it. It's just not my thing. The games, however, are probably simulators. You know, what do you expect? They're not, you know, it's not something that I would say I'm overly excited for. I have to try. I'll give this game a go, don't get me wrong, but as you can tell, it's sealed. Yes. From the Pound Shop. Now, I can't believe Pound World or Poundland or whatever it's called is selling video games. They sell DVDs and books and music and, you know, it's a variety. It's just mixed match and normally they're sealed. But they actually do games. Yeah, and as you can see, it's new or pre-owned. And because this has still got the Xbox seal on it, I assume this game is still sealed. And they have some Xbox 360 games, some PS3, some Xbox One, and occasionally PS4 games. Now, they're nothing special. The Xbox One and PS4 are £5 a piece. £5 for a sealed game is amazing. I mean, no matter what game it is, it's still a pretty decent price for a sealed game. Because even if it's a game that you already own, you could say I've got a sealed copy of it for the future. Or, you know, just saying if it's something you're not interested in, it's a sealed game. And if you know someone who's interested in it, you could always sell it to them or do a trade or something, you know. And I'll tell you what games I have seen. On the PS3, it's normally just been Brink or it's normally been Brink, Call of Duty Ghosts and Warhammer Space Marine. 3 decent games, you know, in their own right. Very cheap, and they're £2 a piece, which is crazy. Same with the Xbox 360, except the Xbox 360, and as well, Resident Evil 6. And there's also Gears of War Judgment I've seen in there. And I think Hitman Absolution as well. All games that I have. And then obviously the Xbox One has this one. I'm seeing Sunset Overdrive in there as well, and that's a very good game, and don't really apply much to me because I already have a digital version of the game. Well, it's on the Game Pass, but I do, you know, so I can play it. I can't remember what other Xbox One games they had. I did see Batman Arkham Knight in there, and that is a very, very good game. To see that for £5 is crazy, man. That's an amazing game. Homefront of Revolution is what I saw on PS4. I should have really got that as well, just to say that I've got a PS4 game, you know. But Le Tour de France 2015. Is this game any good? Let me know. Is it a very good game? It looks to me like a sort of simulator, what you'd expect you're doing the Tour de France on your bike. I have no interest in the series. I might give the game a go, but part of me is tempted to keep it sealed just because, but at the same time, you know, I don't really plan, you know, ever selling these games and stuff like that. And then we'll show off the stuff I got from a charity shop, and then the stuff from CX at the last. And from the charity shop I got, sorry, wrong one. And from the charity shop, I've got one PS2 game and a compilation on Xbox 360. The PS2 game was Spider-Man 3. Very happy to actually find this game because I don't see Spider-Man 3 that often on the PS2. It's just a case which is in fantastic condition. I mean, this is almost new. But no manual, so whoever had this game threw the manual away, or it didn't come with a manual, I don't know. And I've heard mixed reviews of this game. Some people say it's a decent game. Some people say it's a bad game. But, you know, I was happy to get it because it means now I've got all 3 of the Spider-Man movie games on PS2 at least. And the other one was this awesome compilation of BioShock and Oblivion. Kind of a weird sort of thing there, but they're both made by 2K. You've got BioShock, and it comes with the map as well, which is nice, and of course both manuals and both discs. Now, of course, the Xbox do have these, they have got these double packs. There's quite a few on the Xbox 360 of these double packs, but normally they're the ones that have one picture on the front and one on the back. So to see this one, I think there's another one like this. Can't remember what it was, but I do have Oblivion Game of the Year edition anyway, and I do have BioShock as a in the Game Pass. But at least I have a physical edition of BioShock, at least in one form. And again, it's a game that I didn't have in the collection. And I don't know if this will fetch any more money compared to each individual game. I think this one might be a little bit more sought after because both games conveniently packaged into one, and two fantastic games. If you've never played BioShock, it's a must play. It's a fantastic game. I haven't finished it, but from what I have played, it's amazing. Everyone talks about how great the game is. Oblivion, on the other hand, is almost as good. It's an amazing game. It's not as good as Skyrim in the sense that the graphics aren't as good and the combat doesn't seem as fluent, but it's still a fantastic game for the Xbox 360. Very, very very, very well done game. It has its fair share of glitches. Bethesda games tend to have glitches in them. It's well known for big games to be more vulnerable to glitches, but nonetheless a fantastic game, and I recommend both. And if you can find this, then you've got both. And then from CEX, I've got two PS2 games and two Xbox 360 games. So we'll do the PS2 games first. I've got Kill Switch, or Kill.Switch. It's really annoying because it's all done in lowercase on the side with a dot, and on the front cover it's all capitals. I don't know why that pisses me off. A Namco game. I believe this is sort of like almost like a Gears of War style game, or Army of Two, cover-based shooter, of course, but manual, and all the extras in there. Of course, you've got the Namco things. Always nice to see all the invoices, or whatever you call them, inserts almost. I remember seeing this game on all of the TV channels back in the day, the game channels, and it looked pretty good. I don't know how well this is today. I think this might have a few issues with it. I'm sure I've seen some things bad about it. And that was £1.50. Oh, and sorry, I didn't say the prices. That was £5. That was £2.49. That was £2.99. And that was £1.50. One sec. I was right about that shopping turning up early. Yeah, BioShock and Oblivion was £2.99 and Kill Switch was £1.50. And next we have for £6 I got Tekken 5. I see this game all the time, but I just decided to actually finally get the last Tekken game that I needed on the PS2, of course, Tekken 4, 5 and 6. And yeah, Tekken 4, 5 and 6 and Tekken Tag Tournament. I have them all, so I'm glad to finally get the last Tekken game I needed on PS2. And definitely looked like a really good fighting game, actually. It looks like a really good Tekken game. I enjoyed Tekken. It is one of the fighters I do enjoy. And then last but not least, on Xbox 360, I was very happy to finally find another one in my Warriors collection. The original Warriors Orochi. Have played it, completed it before, years ago. Back when it was, I got it from Game Station. Yeah, remember Game and Game Station were competitors. Yeah, and I remember playing this one. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good game for its time. Obviously, I was late to the party kind of thing. But now I'm glad to finally have Warriors Orochi on the Xbox 360. All I need now is Warriors Orochi 3, which I couldn't get anyway because I see that all the time. And I believe Warriors Orochi... I don't think I have Warriors Orochi 2 on on Xbox 360. I might have to double check that one. I know I have it on PS2. And £2 as well. The case is in a pretty bad condition. It actually looks very similar to the one that I had years ago. And then last but not least, we got Divinity 2, the Dragon Knight Saga. And of course, it comes with all of both DLCs, the Ego Dragons and Flames of Vengeance on here. And essentially, I've heard good things about the Divinity series. The only one that I've played is Divinity Original Sin, I think it is, on extended edition on the Xbox One, and it's a very slow-paced sort of old-school RPG, and it's very, very hardcore. But I enjoyed it. I played it with my older brother, and I enjoyed playing it, actually. I thought it was a really good sort of game that, you know, you can definitely get into if that's your kind of thing. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty fun game. And I'm definitely going to have to pick it up one day, or maybe play it on the Xbox One, or get it on the PS4 to play with my brother. I'm going to put these aside so I can actually profile them. I've been doing a lot of profiling again. I've got one app on my phone for my DVDs. I had to pay £1.29 for it because it only let me do 30, and then I had to pay rest. But pretty good one. I have one for my movies to keep track of what movies I've seen, because I might have seen movies that, you know, I don't have. And then I've got my TV app, which I can track what shows I watch, you know, my game one. I've got one now for my pop figures, and I've got one that just has pretty much everything. One with books as well, and you can put music on there and everything. You have to buy each individual one, but I really enjoy profiling stuff. It's just a collector's thing. But yeah, sorry, this is going to have to be an edited video again. Oh, well, never mind. Can't do nothing about it. I'm pretty hungry. I've got a ham and cheese baguette I'm going to eat. The shopping's just turned up, though, so I'm going to have to put that away first. And then I'm going to chill, watch some Simpsons, a couple of episodes of Simpsons, and I might start doing some more profiling. I'll see how we go. Depends how this little one is over here. Oi! You know what a bloody camera is, don't you? Go on then, wave. Wave. Yeah. 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 You stink. Yeah. Baby stink. Yeah. You get used to the smell of shit and sick, unfortunately. Smells that we do not want to normally inhale, but unavoidable, unfortunately. But nonetheless, guys, I really am surprised at how things are going lately. I mean, I'm enjoying things, man. I really am. I'm definitely gonna have to give you a complete number when I've done every single game and every single DVD. What have you done? What have you? He had his fucking lip under his fucking dummy. He's crazy, this child. Yeah, he's already split his lip already. I don't know how he did it. He when I was feeding him his bottle, he freaking jolted up and bloody caught his lip, and it was bleeding. Everyone went crazy, and I was like, "You're gonna have to have loads of injuries and stuff." And then the other day, he was on the floor, and I don't know what caused him to bleed. He was on the floor. He was on his play tunnel, and I think he just whacked it or something, or he might have hit himself. Yes. He's playing with his dummy now. He's crazy, this child. He definitely keeps me company. I'll definitely say that much. Getting to get up and down every 5 minutes to change where he's sitting or lying because he's pissed off with staying in one position. Yes, kind of like your dad. Can't sit still. Although I can sit still and watch TV and play games. I'm probably going to play some Mafia 3 tonight. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty World War 2 lately, actually, with my mate. And I've been enjoying it, surprisingly. Not a bad game. I don't have nothing against Call of Duty. Just the toxicity that is the fan base, some might say. Most of them. Not all of them, but some of them. And I've got to say, I've been enjoying Mafia 3. I'm hoping that I'm getting closer and closer to the end. It's not that I'm getting bored of the game, but I'm sort of at that stage now where I'm like, okay, I sort of do want to move on to another game. And I know some people can say, why don't you just play something different for a change? But, you know, never mind. We'll see how things go. And, of course, guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. And, of course, feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think of this stuff. Let me know what you think about the Pound Shop selling games. Would you buy games from the Pound Shop? What games do you think would be sold in the Pound Shop? Would you see in the future? I'd never thought in a million years. I'd see Batman Arkham Knight in a Pound Shop. And of course, guys, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. And of course, have a nice day. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.